Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got a road race here for week 13. We are in an official series. This is the C Open Truck Series, and we are going road racing in these at Sonoma Raceway. I'm going to try to do what I can. I'm terrible at road racing, we know that, and then when you put stock cars into it, it's even worse. I think the only official road races I've ever attempted were like 1 or 2 in the ARCA series, so we're going to try to do the best we can out of this and just hoping to keep it clean. See if I can actually somehow get out of this with like a 1 or a 2x and maybe gain some safety rating. Try to work my way up above the 3.0 so that I can be able to be licensed for Season 2, get some GT3 stuff in. But we're going to try to have as much fun with it as we can. Top split, it's split once. Not sure how fast some of the guys in front are going to be. We just made it in the top split. We're car number 15 or truck number 15 out of 17. So I don't have a ton of hopes, honestly. Like a 10th place finish would probably be good with me if I can keep it clean. So no idea what the pace is going to be like. If I can honestly just keep it in the consistent 117s, I know that'll be off of my all-time best, but I will gladly take that. So first lap, we're just going to kind of take it easy, get a time in. And then second lap, try to push a little bit harder and see if I can actually gain anything out of it. Just going to work our way up the hill. Not pushing the truck anywhere near as hard as I could be. Get a little loose there out of turn 2. Not need to upshift into third there, just kind of
the leader has just done a
habit.
1:36.
But we're just going to work our way through. First lap's going to be really slow because of the mistakes I made. But just to get a time in on the first one's all that matters. Trying to do my best to be consistent, be smoother on the throttle, not spin the tires to save the tires, and be able to have more grip later on in the run, as well as not get the truck all out of shape. I feel like 2DS is with being such a rhythm section for me. If I mess up one, then I'm pretty much done for the rest of the way unless I really slow down and give them a ton of time to catch it, which is generally going to be smarter. Not a very good section though. Just try to reset and make lap number 2 faster.
Fastest lap for Berry, 1:18.36.
Not sure if 1:18.36 is the pole, but might be able to contend with those kind of lap times. 1:18.1 is what we just did. So that is not, that was 7th place, but like I said, it's not a very good lap, so plan is just to get it a little bit better, still kind of over-rotated off of turn 2. Just gonna take it a little bit easy, a little bit too shallow of an entry there in 3, which kind of screws up 4. And this lap's all toast. But we're gonna try to make the most of it. See if I can pick up any time compared to lap 1. Too much of the curb there, and lap 2 is going to be invalid due to that, so I'm just going to ride around. Well, hopefully that holds. Just a little bit of a bump is enough to not get an incident point, but enough to invalidate the lap, so that's me driving terribly. But it's road racing, and it's stock cars, so it's about the worst combination I could have in terms of pavement racing. We'll just stay out and run as much of another lap as I can, because clearly I need the practice. And hope that somehow I can dial it in for the race, be a little bit calmer, a little bit more consistent. Let's see if we can get through this section any better, just so at least I know I can do it a little bit better. You see it's about a 10th faster than the last time through. Big thing for me is just trying to hit the line as straight as I can. Not hit too much of the curbing to upset the truck. And we're going around, hold it, and we get a 2x. So we're going to park it. That was not very good. I just got too much of that curbing and then it upset the truck, and I tried to get on the throttle too early. So yeah, just using the race setup, there's no point for me to a qualifying setup because I'm terrible, and the race setup's really not all that much different from the iRacing Open, so Again, it's all on me for driving. Yeah, I'm not even close to 115.861, so best I can hope for is maybe a top 5 if people in front wreck and I can get back into the 117s consistently. We'll shoot for a top 5, but honestly, I'll qualify to where I'm supposed to be. We'll just shoot for
That's the end of the
staying
session.
in
7th
7th if I
position.
can. A couple cars or a couple trucks didn't qualify, but not sure how much faster they'll be. Not going to be a 0x for the whole session, but if I can try to keep it clean for the rest of the session, that will certainly help me. I think I'm at like a 2.51 or something, so if I can try to get to clean this, keep it somewhat clean, get like, 0.2 or 0.3 out of this in safety rating, and then do the same thing in, gonna plan to run the NIS with the Cup car. Try to run that and hopefully be able to get over 3.0 by the end of that race. Be ready to go for season 3. So we'll just keep up all-time optimal. It's gonna bounce around. Hopefully I can try to get somewhat close to that best, but we'll see what we can do. Track is a little bit hotter than what I practiced in, so it's gonna slow down the pace a little bit and be a little bit slicker, which I need to watch out for. But again, I'm so far off the pace in terms of driving that I have a lot to improve on, and I could still easily set a personal best in this if I drive clean. 25 laps. Fuel says we should be able to go 36 and make it all the way. Hopefully I can drive smooth enough that my tires will also allow me to go the whole way. There's no cautions, just local cautions like a regular road series instead of how NASCAR does it. So we're going to try to do the best that we can. And yeah, just have some fun and
0-6 in the left column.
do halfway decent. Get ready to roll off here. First couple laps, I'm probably going to take it really easy, just to make sure that I don't get into anybody, I don't lock up the tires, go off the track, do anything dumb. I'm just going to take it as easy as I possibly can and just kind of get established. And if we lose some spots out of that, that's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. Kind of running double file, keeping it to the left side, but get double fouled once we get going through the S's. But we're gonna see what we can do. It's gonna be fun no matter what. It's gonna be fun no matter what. Hopefully. Unless I, wreck all over the place, which is very possible. Biggest thing for me is just to be as smooth as I can on the throttle and the brake, not spin the tires, not lock them up under braking, and not get on the throttle too hard with too much wheel input into it, and that should keep me in a better spot. Hopefully if I can make it through this, then it'll give me some confidence. I know the Cup cars are a totally different animal, but hopefully it can give me some confidence to complete that one successfully as well. Base car is going to get ready to pull off. We're going to go 25 laps here around Sonoma. This is the closest I will ever get to wine country.
Okay, Jake, be ready.
Downshift engine first. Get ready to see when the leader takes off. Kind of a bad turn 11 there for me. Front 6 were able to get away big time. But no big deal overall. Gives me a little bit of space. Like I said, just going to work it as easy as I can up through 1 and 2. Kind of follow everybody in line. Not really looking to make any big moves this early. Unless somebody wrecks, we'll take a free spot. Because I could easily be the wreck. But everybody up front's pretty clean so far. A little bit of a gap back to the 9 behind. Want to catch too much of that curve there. I know I got really slow through that hairpin. Allows the 9 to close up a little bit. Leaders are kind of spreading out a little bit up front. Like I said, I don't think I'll have much pace for the front 3 or 4 unless they get into a wreck. We'll see over the course of the run maybe if I can be a little bit kinder to the tires. Come come away with the top 5. That'd be good. Let's take it real easy through 11. And we have at least completed 1 lap clean, which for me at road racing and stock cars is probably a bit of an accomplishment. Like I said, maybe lap 4 or 5, once the tires get some heat and pressure's built up, then I can start thinking about pushing it a little bit more. Right now I'm just okay with keeping it like 80%. Some laps logged. Start to look for people to become lap cars if they spin and get off the track. Just kind of watch the 11 and the 6 up ahead. Keep an eye out if there's any contact there. They're kind of falling back from the 5. But it's very early on. We got a nice gap back to the 9. Kind of pushed a little wide there out of 10. Real slow lap, but like I said, kind of running at like 80%. Push a little wide there through 1. Able to bring it back in. Just trying to be a little bit easier on the throttle out of the corners. Not really going to go banzai on the 11 and the 6, just watch for them to make a mistake and then try to take advantage of it if I'm close enough.
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
Kind of overshot the corner there. Thankfully got a big gap to the back, so able to bring it in. Can't make mistakes like that if I want to shot it moving up. It's a lot of fun, I struggle really bad at it.
P7, gap in front has increased to 0.9.
Overdrive the corner there. We're going to go off, so I'm not going to keep it clean, but that's okay. Hold on to it, we'll be okay. Expected to get, a couple instant points at least, just pushed it too hard there. And getting on the throttle a little too hard there, spin the tires. It's going to allow the 9 to close up a bit more, but we still got 2 seconds or so on the gap, and now we've got about 2.5 up front to make up. 11 kind of falls back from the 6 a little bit. So hopefully we're not in this weird spot where we're just kind of in a bubble the whole time, but I guess that's possible, and it's probably better for me to be able to focus on the track. See if we can try to catch up to somebody and make it competitive before the end of the race. Kind of allows me to be able to push a little bit harder now. See if I can try to get closer to an optimal lap time. Not too much to the curve there. He's pulling away from the 9 as of right now. Makes me feel better about at least being able to hold on to 7th. See a little bit of a gap between the 6 and the 11. Kind of do the same thing as the last lap, push it out a little wide, able to save it. Just need to break a little bit more in at 9. 10, excuse me. Close up a little bit on the 11, pulling away a bit from the 9.
You've just done a 17.77, good lap. That's your quickest today.
Back in the 117, so like I said, if I can keep it in that, I'll be happy with that the whole race, even if that is, almost a second off my optimal. A little bit kinder. Looks like the 11's starting to close back up to the 6. I got off the curbing a little bit too hard on the throttle, kind of upset the truck, able to save it, lost a little bit of time with that. It's all those little things that, even if I can't find more time through the corners, all those little things add up to a lot of time that I can correct easily in the middle of a race. So much for me to learn in road racing and improve on.
Pick up the front is now 1.9.
A little bit better there in turn 10. Almost a little bit of wheel lock up there, wheel hop, able to kind of control it. Bad upshift there, lost a lot of time out of 11. Truck up the hill. I think this is probably one of my most favorite road sections in general. It's just so much fun and it looks so cool. I can only imagine. I haven't run this in a sports car. What it would be like here in a sports car, because you'd have more grip. A little bit better at handling, although the cup cars should be fun.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
Appreciate Crew Chief reminding me how ungodly slow I am here. This is what I'm talking about. Need to just slow it down, get it back in. As soon as I start to get the truck a little out of shape through the S's, it just spells danger for me. Proud of myself for being able to somewhat rein it back in. As the race goes along, I'm going to have to continue to slow down a little more through 10 because I'm going to lean on that left front and wear that up. Lock it up a little bit there into 11, able to roll off of it. Gotta be careful on that as well. Huge gap back to the 9, so no pressure at all. We are catching the 6 and the 11. Pretty happy with where I'm at right now. We'll just kind of take it easy, watch these two as they start to get to a little bit closer to a side-by-side battle. Look out for any kind of contact or somebody spinning off the track. 11's looking aggressive, trying to get by the 6. Not going to be there to follow him through, so I'm just going to try to keep it close. Although 6 pushes it way wide, so we're going to take advantage of it there. I did not expect him to push it that wide. Just try to get by him here through the S's. Put us up into 6 right now. I'll take that. Get by the 11, got a top 5 in sight. Just gonna be a little bit easier. We can see we open the gap up on the 6 a little bit. Be careful to not drive it too hard and wear out the tires to where the 6 can catch us back later on in the race. It's taking it real easy through 11, probably giving up some time that way, but that's kind of why, because I do dumb stuff like that. Got on throttle a little too hard with too much wheel, over-rotated the truck out of 11. But we're up to 6 right now.
6th place. That lap time was 1:19.
Use the engine RPMs to slow it down up the hill. Ease it in out of 2. Take it easy into 3. Easy transition into 4, not catch too much of the curb. 6 has a little bit of a problem out of 4, so it's going to allow us to pull away a little bit. A little bit of a late break there. 7, no big deal. A long gap in between the 11 and the 5, so I think best we're probably going to be able to do without some sort of problem in the front's in 5th place, but that was already better than I expected, and the 11's pulling away, so 5th might even be tough to do unless he's really wearing out the tires. It's a little loose, but so do I out of 10. Just gonna take it easy through 11, try to be a little bit kinder this time out of 11. Pulling away from the 6, huge gap back to the 8 or the 9. Didn't mean to upshift in the 4th there, but deal. Just trying to do everything as smooth as I can. Give up a little bit of time just to be a little bit smoother. Got a little loose there with the full throttle out of 3. think the 11's just driving a little more consistent than me right now. I might have a little more top speed potential, but it's just driving a little more consistent than I am, so gotta clean it up if I want to have a shot at him. Bad upshift there kind of stalled my progress through the start of the S's. But we're getting through it. We're going to be starting lap 10 this time by, so approaching halfway. It's a little bit of a quicker race without cautions compared to some of the other open races that can be a little bit longer on ovals. See the gap to the 11 this time by, see if I can close it up next time by. Looks like the 6 might have closed up a little bit, so we've got 1.9 up front, 1.5 to the back. A little bit faster through 1 and 2. Gonna hurt me over, and we're going off the track again. They're gonna try to keep it, we'll just get by the 6 on by. Glad to not have an incident point. That was my dumb mistake trying to push too hard. Good thing we had such a massive gap back to the 9. Yep, I'm known for doing dumb stuff like that. Just try too hard, so got a little too comfortable, pushed it a little too hard. I think as I get better at road racing, especially in stock cars, a little more experience, those mistakes will start to happen less and less frequently. So now the rest of the race is going to be spent trying to catch back up to the 6. See if we can do it. It's got to be as smooth and clean as I can. So we definitely have the potential to curve a little too much there, get a little loose. 7. It's going to try to be a little bit kinder to the tires. We'll check the gap to the 6 this time by. We can also pull away from the 9. Got 3.8 out front, 2.9 out back, so let's see if we can start closing that up, pull away. At least only in 7th though, could be worse. And I'm still way ahead of where I'm supposed to be. Right now, I'd say a 6th place finish is now my goal. Just try to be good enough to get back to the 6th, try to get by the 6th before the end of it. A little too much of the curb, a little too much wheel spin, trying to get out of it. It's going to be a little bit smoother on the throttle.
Now 3.27.
9's continuing to fall back, so I think we're probably somewhere around the 7th fastest truck unless somebody's really moving up through the back of the field. Haven't really seen many people off though up front, so it's been pretty clean. I'm gonna rotate a little bit out of the 11. Definitely cut the gap down to the 6 though. It's at 2.8, we got 3.9 out back.
You've just done it 119.00.
Just kind of bringing the pace down, but trying to make the laps a little more consistent. So I think even with that pace, we're still obviously catching the 6 right now. A little bit too shallow of an entry there in the 4. Be a little bit smoother getting off that curbing. Not catching quite so much of that curb. Definitely felt a lot better compared to the last lap. Now the goal is just to try to work smooth through the S's as I can. Be where I can gain time on the 6. Definitely a little bit of a faster lap compared to the last one. Almost overshoot 11. Gained a lot of time on the 6 that time. A little bit faster than the previous lap, 1.4 to the 6 now. we've opened the gap back up to the 9. So we're just going to try to be as smooth as we can. Kind of do the same thing as the 6 did out of 2. We both get a little loose. Not need to upshift to 3rd. Kind of puts me a little too fast into 3. We're getting close to halfway. Overshoot turn 6. Safe though. I think the 6 had a problem, but you're going to see the 6 open gap up now. 11's continuing to pull away from us, so like I said, a top 5 is going to be really, really tough to do without a problem up front. But we'll see what we can do. Nothing else will try to get you a battle with the 6 here soon. Definitely feel like I'm quicker than the 6. Almost clipped the tire barrier on the inside, had to take it a little bit slower, caused the 6 to pull away a little bit. 2's trying to work their way up through the field now, along with the 7. I think the 7 was one of them that didn't qualify. 13 down, 12 to go. Oh, I run it off the course again. This is going to cost us a lot of time.
Keep it nice and tidy. Rob is leading the race.
Gonna let the 9 go on by. I know I'm faster than the 9. Just gotta keep it calm. Just pushed it too hard. And still gotta cool the tires down to just keep it calm, keep it smooth. Alright, so getting back to the 6 is gonna be really, really tough now. Only gonna have 11 to go, but hopefully I can be a second a lap faster than him. Of course, that's going to be getting by the 9 first, but we know how far we were pulling away from the 9, so if I can calm down, no reason why I shouldn't get by the 9. Just stupid, stupid mistakes where I'm trying too hard. Just need to run at 80% the whole time, and I'll be much more consistent, much faster than trying to run at 95 or 100% and continuing to do that. Been lucky enough not to have spun the truck or gotten any damage out of it. Just gonna reset now. That lap's done. Once I cross the line, it's off the delta bar, so no reason to think about it. Just drive like I know I can and we'll be fine. We know we're way faster than the 9, so it should be only a matter of time before I catch him if I drive smart. And clean up the entry into 3 a little bit. We're going around, trying to save it. Yeah. It's a combination of hot tires, but dumb driver, mostly. That's all it is dumb driver. Just needed to back it off, so giving people free spots when I didn't need to. But I'm certainly trying to make the racing interesting for you guys and see if I can come back through the field. Although, through the field's a relative term considering it's probably only going to be a spot, maybe 2 spots at most. 7 should be faster than me. Probably is, given that he started in the back and he's moved up this far. So, same thing I said about the last lap, that once I cross the line, this lap's done, I gotta do the exact same thing this time. Just need to be smoother, act like I've got an egg underneath the throttle pedal. Alright, that lap's done. Ninth place is still not terrible, but obviously I had so much more potential than 9th place, so that makes me angry at myself. Try to do what we can. A bit too much of the curb up the hill. Lost a lot of time out of there. Just keep working as close as we can to the 7. Got on the throttle a little too hard there. Kind of spun the tires. Just Trying to take it easy to reset the truck so I don't lose it through the S's. Maybe we'll see if we can get back to the 7 and then get back to the 9. That's the goal. But one lap at a time, one truck at a time. Gap should be 2.0, 2.1 at the line. 2.0 at the line, so we'll see what kind of progress we can make up on it this lap. A little bit of an entry, a little bit of a better entry through 3 to make it a little bit better through 4. Not push quite so far up the hill on 5.
Sector 1 is 0.30 off the pace.
I did the same thing there, just a little too much throttle. Start of the S, need to get the truck set underneath me a little bit better. Slowly catching the 7. Say the 7's probably going to be a little bit better on grip, but maybe I've got just enough pace to try to get to him. Need to make sure I don't spin the tires because that's going to make forward drive off the corners that much more difficult. Got about 7/10 out that lap, so obviously getting by him is going to be another deal, but at least making progress. Just need to continue to be smooth and calm. Overdrove 3 a little bit there. Allowed the 7 to pull away a little bit.
Sector 1 is 0.40 off the pace.
I think the 7 might have locked up just a hair going into 6. Trying to get through the S's a little bit better this time, see if I can make up some time. I'm not going to be able to set up a pass yet, but if I can try to gain the same amount of time this lap as the last lap, I'll be happy. Just a little wide there in 10, not terrible. Try to work it down through 11. Oh, whoa, just losing it off of 11. Keep it to the left side. Thank God for a massive gap back to the 2. Alright, so now we're just going to try to finish 9th because I'm just driving dumb. So many dumb mistakes. We've got 7 to go. I just need to be smart now. Get the truck through the rest of the race. I've been so lucky not to have got more incident points for as bad as I've driven. Hopefully you'll see a better me come when I run the cup race, because I will attempt that, unless it's really, really bad. Hopefully we'll see a difference in a couple of days.
Colin is reeling you in. The gap's now 4.1.
I feel like I have some potential, I'm just literally making so many dumb mistakes. Wanted the top half finish. Wanted to finish close to where I started, but there's too many unforced errors, so see what we can do. I don't think I'll be able to get back to the 7 before the end of the race, but who knows, maybe it'll happen. Lock the tires up a little bit going into 11, but we'll get off of that. Just want to make sure I don't spin the tires coming out of 11 like the last lap.
That lap was at 119.84.
Try to see if I can be a little bit smoother and gain something. Looks like the 9's gaining on the 6. way off where I wanted to be, but just got to make the most of what I'm doing right now, clean it up the rest of the way. Work our way through the start of the S's. I think we've lost some time actually to the 7, but 10 and 11 seem to be where I was gaining time before. Track brakes, trail brake a little bit, see if we can gain any time on them. Just be as smooth as I can through 11. Smooth in, smooth out. So 7.6 at the line. See if I can do any better. Truck balance feels pretty good. Like I said, it's all driver error. Just trying to back some braking points up because of a little bit of loss of front end grip. And still having the issue getting on throttle too hard, so looks like we're not gaining on the 7. That's okay. I think he's definitely catching the 9. The leader showing up on the road, so that's never good. Hopefully I can finish this on the lead lap. If I don't, we got some serious issues. We'll make that the new goal, is to not screw up and still finish on the lead lap.
That was at 119.88.
Trying to make each lap faster if I can as well. We're about 4/10 slower that time by compared to the previous lap. Trying to drive a little bit smoother. By no means in this race am I saying, hey, you can buy my setup. This is just, you know, it was very, very minor tweaks for comfort, and the driver does not make it look very good at all. This was all about fun, continuing road experience, trying to get a little better at that, especially in stock cars. Have what hopefully would be a clean and fun official race in week 13, and try to build some safety rating. Maybe a little bit of iRating. Which so far should still be attainable. At least the safety rating part. I don't know about the iRating part. And it's definitely been fun. And aside from my mistakes, it's actually been pretty clean.
Thank you. I'll go to the right.
Pick up about half a second or so that lap, which I'll take. A little bit more than half a second. Just need to keep doing that. Gonna push out wide through 2.
Alright, Jake, push now. Catch up here.
Gap's staying pretty consistent to the 7. I screw up 3 again. Leader's definitely catching, but like I said, hopefully with just 3 laps to go, the leader's only got 2. Should be able to stay ahead of the leader. Terrible exit out of 5. I feel like I say that more often than I say, oh, I'm happy with that corner. On the throttle a little too much there into the S's. Trying to keep it safe or off track. Contact. Thankfully a 0x. Continuing to do dumb stuff. Now it's going to be really tough for the leader. The 2 rolls right on by me because I'm terrible. And we're back to 10th. So what should have been a 5th place finish, or 6th place finish, is now turned into 10th. Because I'm terrible. And I have hot tires, so I'm going to have to back off. Let's see if we can get to the 2. Somehow let's try to stay ahead of the leader. 2 to go. Almost wheel hopping into 11. 2 might have done the same thing. Gained a little bit of time in the center of 11 when he pulls away. Seatbelt was probably fighting for a grip.
E10, white flag, one more to go. Sector 3
We've got 2 to go. Leader just crossed the line for 1 to go, so got 2 laps to try to find a way around the 2, salvage 9th place finish. See if I can do it. Just so ashamed with my performance, but I've done worse as well. Way too much curb there. It's gonna allow the 2 to pull away. Leader's closing in quickly. Just hoping I can stay in front of them, take the white flag. Too much wheel spin there, out of the S's, or into the S's. Need to be able to close up to try to take 1 shot at the 2 in this last lap. There's really only a couple spots to be able to do that. It's so fortunate that all of my off-track excursions have not resulted in too much damage. Two locks it up going into 11. That's going to help us get closed. Try to stay off of him. Leader will take the checker. We'll at least get 1 more lap. Although I get loose out of 12.
White flag, 1 more lap.
So that probably was my chance to get by the 2, and I threw it away. They're getting loose out of 12. We'll try to keep it as close to the 2 as I can. See if I can get him back in 11, if not sooner. Try to make it interesting on the last lap. Pushes it wide, 5, it's going to allow us to close up. Not really trying to go by on the left. Just going to stay close here through the S's. Like I said, hopefully make a turn 11 pass. Clips the curb that gets a little wide. Allows me to close back up. I get a little loose out of the corner as well. Try to outbrake him here.
Good race, good win.
A little bit of car contact with him. Sorry about that. Just hold it. He's going to dive into 11. Let him overshoot. And I run into the back of him, so that's going to give us 4x when I didn't need to, and we're going to finish 10th because I'm an idiot. Yeah, that was just so botched up. Like, I had the crossover set and just did not drive it well at all. Take a look at how bad that was.
Okay, it's over.
Sorry for getting into you two there. 10th, not a good finish at all. Rewind and watch this. It was just, yeah, I saw him setting up the dive. Watch him, he's going to come flying in on the right-hand side. He's going to dive in, and you can see right there. And I knew he wasn't going to make the corner, so my problem was I just didn't slow down enough to be able to complete it. Like, I thought I was going to be good to, and I went to turn left. He was sliding way up, and that's when I got in the back of him. So it was completely my fault. I should have just backed off. I should have been on the brake a little bit more and had been able to slide right underneath him, and we would have had 9th locked up easily. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't get that you had to make the dive bomb from that far back, but I screwed that up far more because I could have easily taken advantage of him not executing that well. So, yeah, not a good race on my part. I guess we technically survived it. Had the most incidents, which we would have been under that had we not. It was actually a pretty clean race, so lucky enough to have finished on the lead lap. Definitely did not have a strong showing. Hopefully that didn't hurt me too bad in the safety rating. Gain a little bit and set it up to try to be able to get a little bit more in the NIS race. But we'll see what we can do. So take a look at the results. See how those went. Hopefully not too bad. And let's see. Managed to gain 0.18. So like I said, it was singles or double split. Second was pretty weak. Actually basically broke even in iRating. A +9, I'll take that. 0.18, I'll take that as well. Hopefully be able to keep it clean. NIS is more than double the length. It's 55 laps, so if I can try to keep it clean in that one, hopefully I should be able to get enough to get me over 3.0, and if not, I'll throw in like a rookie MX5 race or, week 13, something like to try to chirp it over. But yeah, fast lap was certainly quicker than most people. I really probably was the fifth fastest truck on track. Those guys were so much more consistent, so much cleaner than me. You can see the difference in incidents. The 5 didn't have any, the 9 and the 6 both didn't have any, the 7 only had 2, even the 11 only had 5. Um, I just drove dumb. That's just flat out all it was I just flat out drove dumb. I could probably spend a little more time practicing running another one of these and it'd be a lot better, but um, getting to the end of the week, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Tried to make some things interesting. Like I said, should have easily been able to take advantage of a dive bomb gone wrong for the 2 that he just flat out did not make the corner, and I could easily cut underneath them. Just thought I was going to be able to cut, and I was not quite clear. So, game experience. It's all part of road racing. So feel free to leave any driving tips. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit. I know we were kind of alone for most of it, and I kept going off track, but hopefully, just even within this week, you'll see some progress and improvement the next time I run here at Sonoma. So until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.